So when we are subtracting fractions, just like when we're adding fractions, we need to make sure we have a common denominator. So we need to look at our bottom number for each fraction and ask ourselves, are they the same? Well, 8 and 4 are not the same, so we need to find our common denominator before we can subtract. Again, first thing I'm going to do is draw myself a 4 square so I can keep my work nice and neat. Okay, we're going to rewrite our equation. So 7/8 minus 3/4 equals, well, we don't know yet. So let's come over to here. We're going to skip count by 4s. Then we'll skip count by 8s to find our common denominator. So 4, 8, 12, 16. And we are going to do our 8s, 8, 16. Okay, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to look across my 4s and I'm going to look across my 8s to find a number that they have in both rows. Well, I have 8 here and I have 8 here. So that is my least common denominator. I could use 16 and 16, but that's going to involve more multiplication and arithmetic, right? More math. So I'm going to go with my lowest number that they both have in common, okay, my least common denominator. So we know we're going to be working with 8. So now we need to convert our fractions into equivalent fractions using 8 as the denominator. Well, if I have 7/8 and I need to make sure I have a denominator of 8, do I have to do anything to it? No, I don't, because it's really like multiplying by 1. So I'm going to just rewrite 7/8. Now I have 3/4. I definitely need to do something to my fourths to make it into eighths. So I'm going to rewrite my denominator. Then I'm going to go back to my skip counting to see what number I need to multiply 4 by in order to get 8. So 1, 2, we know 4 times 2 equals 8. But I'm still going to write a little multiply by 2 here. So I remember what I did to get my 8. And then remember, if we do it to the denominator, we have to do it to the numerator. So I'm going to multiply my 3 times 2 to get 6. Now I need to subtract. So we have 7/8 minus 6/8. We keep our denominator, nothing is changing. Okay, and then we subtract our numerators. 7 minus 6 equals 1. So 7/8 minus 3/4 equals 1/8. So remember, most important thing is to find a common denominator. Second most important thing is to remember when you are working to find that equivalent fraction with the same denominator, that you remember to multiply your numerator and denominator by the same number. Okay, so I multiplied my 4 times 2 to get me 8. So I have to do it to my numerator as well. Otherwise, I will not be making equivalent fractions. 3 times 2 equals 6. All right, hope that helps.